Hi everyone, it's Kate. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are planning in my A5 wide Dutch door planner, and we are using a kit by Planner Pixie Co. for a change. This one's called Seeker of Magic, and I felt like it was a perfect week before Halloween kit. So we have our full boxes here. Bottom washi, date, covers, washi strips, extra box, all the things there. Functional boxes, I guess that goes this way. More boxes. And our work, school, icons and scripts. And then somewhere there is, yes, and I also have these cloud boxes here. I always think that I've pulled these from the wrong kit because it's so blue and purple, and that's like pink and very light lilac, but then I realized, no, it is the right one. For foil this week, we're doing a couple things. So we're doing gold foil. I thought about doing blue, but I realized, and I was all set to do blue all the way up until about, I don't know, noon yesterday. And then I thought it's actually more purpley than it is blue. And it also, but not the purple, like I don't have a foil that matches it. And there's a lot of gold in it. So I decided to go with gold instead. So these are little corners I just made for each of the full boxes. This is gonna go in my extra box here for the quote box. And then these are made to match these lines here. And these are all individually cut stars that are made to match these. So I traced these in silhouette and then cut and foiled them. So it is going to take me a while to put these down, and I am going to, well, I'll speed through putting sort of some of the base down, but I will just actually skip ahead with this because it's, even in sped up motion, it's going to take way too long to get those all down. And I am just kind of crazy and wanted to do it. So that is that. I also have my extra little scripts and comments and emails checkboxes that worked really well for me last week, as well as some plain scripts here. So let's go. Okay, let's start with our date covers. This kit has been out for a while. I think maybe since the summer. I don't remember when she released this one, but I bought it thinking that it would be a really good Halloween one for me because, like I've said several times, I don't love going like all out orange and black Halloween. However, then I saw the Haunted kit that Randy made, and all of a sudden I thought, well, that is going to be my Halloween week kit. What the heck am I going to use for the week before? And this one was a natural choice. So yesterday, so last week when you see this, but yesterday from when I'm filming this, was Canadian Thanksgiving. So definitely a bit of a different Thanksgiving than normal, because normally we would do a dinner with friends or family or one of each. This year we were asked by our provincial government to not see extended family and people outside of our immediate household, and we were fine with complying with that. I'm just gonna grab an empty sticker sheet. Okay, the reason that I did that is that I like to sometimes put my foil down for this box off of the planner itself, just to make sure everything goes down straight. The other thing with this one is that I made it so that it does go right to the edge. So it needs to line up with that edge. So hopefully I can get this down. It should have gone down a little further, but that's okay. And then we have the little graveyard, which will go there. And then we have two bats, one of whom is, how did I do this? I think like that. And then the other one is going to be coming off the other side. There. How does that look? If you guys can see the detail of the tree there. Yeah, I think that's great. Okay. I have really been loving just adding little bits of foil and not full overlays. I just think, I don't know, I like the look of it so much better. That went down crooked, but I love that not the whole box is glossy and shiny. Okay, now we're gonna do bottom washi. This is, wait, which is which? Okay, I just checked and it is this way, which if I had paid attention to where the date covers were, I probably would have known that. So I am gonna do this one a little bit upside down because I will probably have to trim some. Wait a minute. Yeah, that's right. Sorry, I got confused. Really, really confused. Oh, I don't need to trim any of this. Maybe I trimmed this one like before I printed it. That seems unlikely, but maybe I was smart. This has gone down upside down though. Let's see. Okay. All right. Well, then maybe I don't need to trim this one either, which would be delightful. Yeah, looks like, oops, looks crooked is what it looks like. So I just saw last weekend the movie A Star is Born. So I saw it for the first time, and it was one of those ones that I fully intended to see in theaters when it came out, and then I fully intended to watch it on TV when it first arrived, and I didn't, and I never really knew why, because I really wanted to see it. I thought it looked really good. And then I just never did. So my husband had seen like half of it on a flight. Anyway, he asked if I wanted to watch it on the weekend. So we watched it. And so I love Lady Gaga and I love Bradley Cooper. I love them both. And the music was stunning in the movie. But oh my goodness, is that not the most depressing movie you've ever seen? It's just so flippin' sad. Like, there's nothing redeeming about it. It's just so sad. And I loved their characters. I thought they were true to their characters, so I didn't think... I know it's a remake too. I have never seen any of the other ones, but... So, you know, I wasn't expecting it to be like a feel-good movie. But, and I don't want to spoil it in case anyone else hasn't seen it. So I'm just going to say that moment where he's in the garage and then he closes the door, I literally gasped. All right, how is that for a little shine? Very, very subtle, but the stars above are not going to be so subtle. So, I mean, they're not going to be like glaring, but yeah. So, saddest movie ever. Want to listen to the soundtrack 1,000 times again, because I did that before I'd even seen the movie. But somehow I had also forgotten about the song Always Remember Us That Way, and or maybe I didn't actually forget about it. That's probably the wrong word, but I think I saw it in a totally different light and context when she sings it in the movie. But yeah, that's my little story about A Star Is Born. So depressing. And I think a friend of mine had actually told me that. She had asked about, I don't know, maybe a year or so ago if I had seen it, and I said not yet. And she said it is so depressing. Like, I felt super depressed when it was done. So I wasn't expecting like a rom-com, but yeah, I don't know. So sad. Okay, I'm going to turn the camera off and put these little stars down all up in here, and I will be back to show you what it looks like. Okay, look at that. Isn't that just so perfect? And the other one too. And I'll be honest, it didn't take me quite as long as I thought it was going to. It's about 10 minutes, 5 minutes per sheet. And I would say totally worth it. All right, let's do our day by day up here. So the first thing that I like to do is mark down my videos that I have coming out this week. So we will only need 3 of those for this week. Possibly 4 if I can do a new releases video, but I am not going to plan for that. All right, and our little scripts, we've got Hobo on Monday. And if you are wondering why there are so few videos this week, I did mention it in my Hobo Plan With Me on Monday, but Etsy has just gotten a little bit crazy the last couple weeks, which is amazing. I'm so grateful for that. and I don't have as much time to dedicate to. It's not really so much filming as editing. Takes a long time. So I'm just going to pull back a bit on that just for now, until I sort of find my routine a little bit, because it's new. So I'm still sorting it out. All right, there is not actually tons to mark up here, which is great in terms of being able to get things done, but there are a few things. So the first is that we have a meeting at the bank not at the bank, they're gonna call us, with the bank at 9:30 on Monday. So I have just realized that my script for this got a little bit wonky. The cut lines were moving when I was creating them. I don't know why. I've never seen it do that before, but it looks like I fixed all of them except for this one. So let me just see if I can cut that out. And okay, well, this might look a little bit wonky, but let's do, printed some little phone call icons, the ones from the kit, but I made them smaller. And I'm just gonna see if I can fit one in. Hold on. Oh, that's not even the color I wanted to use. Let's use this one. First of all, I don't really like the look of that, so maybe I'll just leave that off. I'll know that it's in the morning, and I'll just grab one of these little telephone icons if I can get it off the page. Tiny things. Here we go. What am I doing? Here. There. It's pretty faint, but I think it'll be fine. Bank meeting. Okay, Tuesday is an Etsy payday. And there are also a couple other things to mark up here. One is that my soccer team plays at 3 p.m. and I've got a cute little way of marking that up here. And then Mary Ellen from Planning with Bumble is doing a live chat for her Patreon that night, and I just joined her Patreon the other day. So I'm excited to be able to log in for the live Q&A that she is doing. So why don't we take this little pink thing, and then I'll take my Etsy payday script and just put that in there. And so soccer's at 3, and so what I made for that, because I'm going to put the actual like game, whoops, in the right time on the daily sheet, but I made this little soccer ball icon with the time on it, and I think I'm just going to, how am I going to put this in? I wish I'd thought to shrink down some of these. That would have been perfect. Maybe I will just stick it right there. I think that's what's going to happen. Okay, and then in the evening at 8 is the live chat. So I think maybe, I have a script. Let me see how much space I have. I mean, it fits, but it's maybe a little too tight of a fit. Or maybe not. I feel like I should use the gray one though. Let's do it. So all in all, I mean, that is a busy day. So many important things happening. Okay. I did also print a little computer icon, but I honestly can't remember if I meant to use that up here or in the daily. So I'm going to leave it for now. Wednesday, there is nothing to mark. Thursday, there is nothing. Friday is an Etsy release, so we can use a half box. And which one will we use? I think maybe this one. So, I have my Etsy release sticker here. And if I can find them, yep, here they are, my little arrows. I want them this way. Cute. Okay. Saturday, the only thing there is to mark right now is that my soccer team does play at 12:30. You know what I was just thinking? I wonder... Yeah, no, that doesn't really work. So I am actually just going to put that right there. How are we looking so far? Cute. All is well with our little foiled stars. Ooh, so pretty. Okay, so down here we will grab our little scripts. So we will put, so these are the videos that I need to film during this week for the next week. So I haven't been putting the current week's videos because I had been getting them done before the week even started. That did not happen this past week because of Etsy madness, but I am hoping to get back on track with that. I just wasn't anticipating the Etsy madness. That's cute. So next week there will be 5 videos because I will have my monthlies going up for November. And then we over here will put Etsy. We have no BVM because that is now done, or it will be done by the time you guys see this video. The only thing that I have left to do currently is editing the proofs when they come out for my last issue, which will happen before the end of this current week we are in. Okay, that is it for up here. So we will come back and, oh wait, do I have my weekend banner? I do. Hey, you guys, I remembered. Before I went to the dailies, aren't you proud of me? You should be. There we go. Okay, now we'll go to our dailies. All right, so I am going to fast forward through the next part where I put down the date dots on these dailies, the full box, the foil corner overlays, and then my comments and emails prompt. There, I'm also going to put down a little bell icon at 8 o'clock every day. I'm not going to put down the email, the school script like I have been, because I think by then, like, she was technically supposed to start distance learning this week. I know that they were probably still finalizing things, so she hasn't started yet, but next week I think they must have. So either way, if I don't have to email the school, 8 o'clock is about when she'll start her day, so it's still a good reminder. So let me speed up this next part and we will talk again in a few minutes. Okay, so this is what the little foil corners look like. I think that again just adds sort of exactly the right amount of foily touches that I enjoy. All right, so now we can go through our day by day here. There is significantly more stuff to put down here as there is, or as there was up at the top, at least on Monday and Tuesday. The rest is pretty much just the usual. But in any case, so the first thing that we are going to mark on Monday is that I need to do my pre-filming manicure as always. So let's use, I think I'll use a purple, and I'm going to use the purple. Oh, yeah, and I'll use purple nail polish, but I think I have to wait to put the nail polish down afterwards. So, manicure. Okay, and then a little nail polish. Also, I had been using these work stickers to jot down my focus for the day. I actually think going forward I'm going to use it to track my work hours because, oh, there are a lot of them these days. A lot. So I just think it would be a good idea to track it. So down here, we're gonna do plan next week. Just like that. And then I am gonna mark the bank meeting at 9:30 here. So I'm just gonna put that there so I remember that it's at 9:30 and not at 9. And I see my cut lines got a little, whoops, got a little wonky on that one too. That's okay. And then a little phone icon, which is, you probably won't be able to even see that, but there you go. Little phone icon from the kit. Then my fantasy football team plays Monday night, so I need to do my lineup by about 7, which I normally do. Actually, I'm going to move it up because I'm just going to put it at 4 because I don't want to forget. Especially because my quarterback is Dak Prescott, and if you saw the Cowboys game last week, he did a number on his ankle. So if you are squeamish, do not seek out the video and watch it. If you are not squeamish and or you like those kinds of things, which no judgment from me, you probably really enjoy it. Okay, Tuesday we're gonna start by marking that we need to take out the trash, and I didn't print my script for that this week because I know that Planner Pixie Co has me covered. Oops. Okay, it is $2 Tuesday, which she's also got me covered for. So let's find what kind of box do we want to use for $2 Tuesday. Actually, I'm not sure I want to use a box at all. I'm kind of thinking I might just pull in one of these. Oops. Grab that one then. Little dots. Put that there, and then, ugh, guys, I just did my nails last night. And they're already getting ruined. That's a bummer. Okay, $2 Tuesday. That's a very, very light, but I'll know that it's the day I should spend all my money. Instinctively, I will know that. Okay, and then it's also filming day. And I've been liking using either a cloud or a square box. I do know that under that I want to mark that it is, like, I need to take my planner photos. Actually, planner photos doesn't really need to go in a box. It could just be on its own there. So why don't I use this? And I made a large camera. Oops. To put right there. And then we'll use a big one or a small one for filming. Whoops. I feel like the big one is too big and the little one might be too little. Let's see. You know what? I'm just gonna use a big one because it's a giant camera there anyway. I resized it. So, okay, then planner photos can just go right underneath since it's all sort of part of the same thing, but maybe I'll grab another dot. Can't get the paper to bend the way I want it to. There we go. Planner photos. Okay. And then we have two things in the afternoon. So one is that, whoops, oh, these are two stickers, not one. So at 3, we have the soccer game. I love using these little soccer balls that are the same size as the little colorful dots. I love that. So that, and then we have the Planning with Bumble live chat. So I'm gonna grab one of these little laptops to put at 8 o'clock. I also sized that so it was similar to that. So we're pleased with myself for thinking of that one too, gotta be honest with you. Planning with Bumble live chat. And just to give you a little close-up of that tiny laptop and the tiny soccer ball. So cute. All right, Wednesday, we have laundry to do. Actually, maybe here's where I'll use a square box. Pink over there. Let's do this one. And I'm gonna grab a laundry icon of some kind. Sometimes I print the one with the kit, but I didn't here because I haven't been using it. But I've got some bandits. So there's a gray one there that would work. There's a girl folding. There's those. And those. So let's see. I think these, I have smaller ones of these, but because I think these ones would be too big, but I don't actually think I want to use that. Plus, I think they're cut. Oh, actually, they're not that bad. Let me just see. I'm gonna have to go like that. And then the wash clothes. Okay, so we know that wash clothes is gonna go in the box. Let's do, I never do this in this planner, but I really want this to look cute. So let's try, oops. Actually, I don't hate that. I think I'm going to use that. So this will go right there. And then this one, let's see if I can get this. It's easy to do on, just slip that under here. There. Oh, that's actually kind of cute. I sort of feel like this should actually come over this though. There. Oh my gosh, how funny is that? Okay. I like that. I mean, it's probably a little bit bigger than I really need my laundry to be, but it looks cute. So maybe it'll actually inspire me to, you know, do my laundry on time. I don't think so, but you never know. I guess there are also, I have tiny little laundry baskets. Should I put one like up here? No. Put a bigger one. What do you think? Yes, no, it's tilted the wrong way. That's one thing. Oh, this is on. Okay, well, this is gonna have to stay there now because there, it's fine. Because this is printed on like the old cement paper. Last thing on Wednesday is that I will edit, and I am going to try so hard to edit everything I need to. So let's take, yeah, we could get one of those. Why not? How about this one? Or, no, this one here. I probably could have spaced these out a little bit better, but I didn't, so there's that. Okay, so for editing, use a girl behind the computer. I think this one will go best. And I think the brighter pink matches better. So I'm gonna put that there, and then I will grab my edit script, and I think probably a big one is what I want to use. Yeah, edit. Okay. That's it for Wednesday. Thursday, there's nothing to mark down. So we don't need to do anything here. What am I doing here? Friday, my daughter, is she going to her mom's that day? No, she would have gone to her mom's that day, but I don't believe she's going to. So actually nothing to mark for Friday either. I took it away, but Saturday's on the back and I do need that. So Saturday, we need to put down the soccer game at 12:30, which I do have the time here. So, what did I say? 12:30. Soccer ball. And this is another one where the cut line got weird, but I think it ended up okay. So we have Man United versus Chelsea, and then we have laundry again. So maybe I will just do the same thing. Or maybe this time I'll use one of these girls instead. So she basically matches. So let's put her there and then wash clothes. Here. Okay. Saturday done. And then, excuse me. And then Sunday, there is only one thing to put down, and that is my fantasy football lineup again. And I'm just trying to find what I did with those stickers. Seriously, what did I do with them? All right, found them under a pile. So I will put this down for Sunday at noon, which will give me enough time to get it done for the 1 o'clock games. And that, I think, is it. So let me do my usual quick check to make sure I haven't missed anything, and then we'll look at the finished product. Okay, I actually don't think that I forgot anything this time. So before I put the Dutch doors back in, I thought we would do a little wiggle here to show you the foil. I love the way in the light it moves along the edge of that. And then we will put our Dutch doors in and show you the foil in there. So this is what the finished product looks like. I am quite happy with how this turned out. But it is just making me even more excited for actual Halloween week next week. All right, I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing, and don't forget to check me out over on Instagram and Etsy at A Pretty Planscape. I'll see you all again soon. Bye, friends.